wrestling fans,
Hi.
to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. This is a special, this is the PPW 100 show prediction show. I said that twice. But yes, it's the prediction show for the PPW 100 show. I am Joe Panther III, and my guest co-host for the night for this week,
Sabrina, and
we have a guest on panel today. Introduce yourself.
I'm Delilah, and I manage Primal Fear at PPW.
Awesome. See, Sabrina, we had them. The episode aired Wednesday, but hey, she's here today.
She's helping. Okay.
We all have busy lives.
Yes, I get that. And I was actually mentioning, I said to the boys, I'm like, don't you guys have a manager? Like, before we record, I'm like, don't you guys have a manager? Like, I know I'm not going crazy. Like, there's a manager that holds the titles. Like
it's kind of hard to miss her. She always has a different hair color. Like, always a different hair color.
My hair is always in blue. I just wear it in different styles.
Okay, because it was green.
And this will be the first show where it's actually down, because I basically chopped off all my hair.
See, I like it. I like the design on the side, too.
It looks cool.
Is it? Which side? Wait.
Oh, the other side. There we go. Yeah, I saw it in your story. I was like, what? That looks cool. Boss.
So you chopped off your hair, and I went back to blonde. So, I mean, we're just kicking off this 100th episode. Great.
Yeah.
Fresh looks.
So let's start this prediction show off with a bang. Sabrina, let's start the very first match. Like, who is the first match that you want to...
You know, we might as well go in order of my Instagram story, I guess. So basically I have, Adrian defending his title against Nolan and Dio. And of course, I'm going to be honest. I mean, Delilah knows I'm a huge Primal Fear fan. So like anything basically Primal Fear, I'm going to go for. So I went with Adrian. And that's most of our guests said Adrian too. Like, I mean, we had about 45% of our votes go to Adrian.
Yeah. You go first, Delilah, then I'll chatter.
So this match, like, I understand the Nolan and Adrian aspect. I just don't understand the third party.
Right.
Like, they just interjected themselves. I feel like they didn't see themselves in the 100th show, so they're like, I'm going to screw this match up just so I could be on the show.
That is how I feel. Because, like, Dio came out of nowhere.
Exactly. And it's, like, really not fair because, as you know, in triple threats, there's no rules.
Right.
Because he was on the podcast, and if you go back and watch the episode, I did say, like Paul Heyman says, this is not a prediction. What did he say? He says, it's a fact, not a prediction. Adrian will retain the television title 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring with Joe Panther and cheering him on.
Absolutely.
I do say it. Like, I say this all the time, but like, I love seeing like the whole like trio have belts. So like basically I want to keep it that way because some of these people that are on this card, I'm like, they don't deserve these titles at all.
Yeah. It's funny. I just met them on Wednesday and I'm like, they're already fans. Okay, they're already part of the Panther clan. They're already part of the Ringside crew. They're already on the Wall of Fame. I'm like, nah. We have Dudes at Ringside Magic. I don't know if anybody knows this from past episodes back in the day. As soon as we had them on or something came on, they were involved with us. Those belts never left the side of them. So, ding, magic. Dudes at Ringside Magic.
Well, this could like put us right into our next match because our next match is, the two other guys from Primal Fear and Team Big, which is Havoc and Dan Champion, which I feel like, again, that tag team was just kind of thrown together at the last minute.
I 100% agree with that. Is she frozen?
Yeah, she's doing her 80s
she's like
girl. She's posing. She's trying to do the thumbnail.
No, she's doing like the Barbie stance.
Yes. Ha ha ha, Ken. All right, so who do you have, Delilah?
Well, obviously I have to go with my own team. And this thrown together tag team, I mean, that's just like a cry that they want attention, in my opinion. So if they want to get dirty, we're getting dirty in a street fight. And once again, just like the triple threat, there's no rules. So yes, 100% we are going to retain everything, but there's going to be obstacles, which we are easily going to conquer. So don't get me wrong on that part.
Yay. All right. So Sabrina, did you already do your prediction before you 80s high-fived us and you like froze?
The fact that now I'm on my phone, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said in the beginning, I am a ride or die Primal Fear fan, and like I'm not really a big fan of Dan Champion, I'm gonna be honest. So I think he's, getting too old to be in wrestling, but that's just me.
What is too old for wrestling, in your opinion?
I don't know. I feel like okay, my computer decided to restart itself. I don't know. I think it's just like it's not even an age thing. I think that like just what I see him doing in the ring is just like it's time to give it up, dude. Like it's just time.
Yeah. I'm 40 and I'd be scared to do something. I told the guys, I said, if you have to throw me in the ring to do something mean, say I made you lose, the tag team lose, hit me with the finisher, have me show up before the show, have me take your finisher, show me how to take it. So you don't just take me in the ring and not tell me you're about to do it. And then after the show, my dad's carrying me over his shoulder like the little brother. You're okay. I think I know I am. Yeah.
But our fans did say like that it was Primal Fear that they want to win. So I mean, like that's not far off. I'm not that shocked that it's those two, especially because come on, like everybody knows when you walk into PPW, you see a big banner that says Primal Fear. Like everyone knows who Primal Fear is. Like it's not. They know that they come in with a vengeance, and like you're not gonna get past them.
Yeah. I had people in England even asking me, like somebody DM me, who's Primal Fear? And I'm like, YouTube. YouTube. Go on YouTube, bro. There's YouTube. I even sent him the PPW page. I said, go here. And I don't think Adrian sent me the YouTube channel for them yet. So I think I may have to send them the YouTube channel if they have a YouTube channel. So what's the next match, Sabrina?
I have another title match, and it's Mecca and Rembrandt. I'll be honest. Mecca is a loose cannon, to say the least. And he had an open challenge last time, and he basically had a little temper tantrum over it. So I'm gonna go with Rembrandt on this one. I think Rembrandt needs to have a belt on his waist again.
I do agree with that. When PPW did an Impact show it was actually broken up. One half was at the Steamtown Mall. I did actually manage Rembrandt for one show. And I do agree, he does need another belt. I am 100% for him having another title around his waist.
I like Rembrandt. He's one of our former guests. Good guy, funny as hell, fellow Boricua. But I don't know. It's weird.
Joe, if you're gonna go with Mecca, is that because you're bald too? So it's kind of like a bald thing.
Yeah, bald fan. It's like the lightning bolts hit me. And
I am mostly bald, so don't even use that as an excuse.
I want to see Rembrandt win, but it's always so weird that the big shows, the champion always has to retain the belt.
But I feel like someone's gonna lose. Like I feel like if anything, Mecca would lose this belt. Like Mecca, I think has been holding it. Has he held this longer than Adrian, or has he not held it as long as Adrian has held his belt?
I don't believe he's held it as long, or he hasn't been around as long. I just feel like, in my opinion, he's a little bit forgettable.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like because I go to MCW shows, so like he's more memorable there than he is really at PPW. But like I feel like he's not at all the shows, so it's kind of like no one really cares. I feel like that's really bad to say. No one really cares when they see him because like you just see a temper tantrum happen in the ring. Like where it's Rembrandt like is literally there every month, and he puts his blood, his sweat, his tears into it. So like
I know even like some shows where he's not on the card, he is still there.
Oh yeah, he's still
there. And that's what's important is your presence.
Oh yeah, I mean like a lot of our our fans are saying that they want Rembrandt to win. So Rembrandt is in favor so far. I think it's 50-50. I haven't checked yet.
Like, as I said, I really, really want to see Rembrandt take the belt. But, like, it's so weird when you think independent wrestling these days is the big shows or is like a certain dedication shows. Oh, you're like, oh, this guy's coming in. He's going to be so, like, he's going to win the belt. But then you're sitting there like Roman Reigns, you hear the Roman Reigns music start, and then you're like, oh, man. You hear the crowd on TikTok, the TikTok. What? And you hear the theme song, and it's like, did I just watch this guy just get mauled? Like, no.
They had a show like that where all the belts were up for grabs. Like, they had like all these like matches, and I mean, like, everybody still retained their belt, but like, I was just like, except for the women's, I think it was the women's got changed. I think it's Miranda, but yeah, no, but like, I would like to see a change in the heavyweight championship. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. So the next one is actually our all girls match, and that is for the PPW Championship 6-pack challenge match. So we have Zeta, we have Danny, we have Miranda, we have Leva Bates. I feel like I'm totally butchering
Leva Bates.
Thank you. And then we have Lynette Dallas, and La Chica Clara. So, I'm a little biased on this one, so I can't really. So I'm gonna have you guys go first.
So first, Danny and Leva are on opposite sides or opposite teams, I think, right? From what I remember from that card.
Yes, because I think it says Danny Mo versus Zeta versus Miranda versus. So I think it's like everybody for themselves. But they're on opposite sides of the card. Yeah, like if you're looking at the card, like Danny's over here.
Yeah, I thought it was a 3v3 thing. Okay, that makes it more interesting.
I know, right? Like, oh god.
All right.
And is this also for the belts?
Yeah.
Like I have my own like people to managing belts to care about. I really don't watch what else is going on with these titles sometimes.
You need a third title to put out just on top.
You need to manage your title. Like, you need to manage your title.
If you go back through my history, I have always been with somebody who has gotten a title. So I think I deserve that title myself.
Right.
You should sneak into this match when all the girls are knocked out and just crawl in and pin the person in the ring. Oh my God, Sabrina! Imagine we just called. Paul Ball was watching this.
Look at the kitty!
Kitty! Yay! Added to the ringside crew. What is the cat's name?
This is Penguin. She was a stray that showed up last year, and we took her in, and she never left.
Aw. Rescue?
I have a roommate who showed up and never left, so.
I prefer the cat.
Yeah, right. I prefer the cat.
Dogs are cool. Cats, dogs are cool. Cats, they just say, "Hey, where's my food, sir?" Oh, sorry.
Mine are absolutely insane. So
I put my dogs downstairs. I was like, I can't have you guys all over my laptop at this point. But as for this match, I don't know. There's so many girls, but like, I started training with Zeta, so I'm gonna have to go with Zeta, even though I don't think she's gonna win because she's not. I don't think she has like. There's so much talent in that ring. Like, if anything, I would think Danny Mo, but it's hard to say. It really is. Like, I'm biased.
So I can either I want Danny also, but I'm also, you could say, mark for Leva big time because of her cosplaying and how she does her ring performances and how she presents herself. And I could sort of relate to that. So I'm like, I don't know what to. It could go either way for me.
I feel like Danny won't, because I think that's who Miranda got it from. So I don't think that they would like crown her again, but like, I could be wrong. Or because like, again, Miranda's one of those people that, I easily forget about her. I'm not gonna lie, because like, I don't realize that she's there.
She was there for quite a while, and she did have a child, so you have to give her that respect. And then she had to train and come back. Because she was a big part of PPW for quite a while before that, but she'd have a baby.
She's with Clutch, right? That's who she's with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't know.
Like,
but yeah,
for
this should be.
me, oh, sorry, ladies. Sorry about that. Interrupt us, Prince. Interrupt us here. Dun, 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 dun. Always doing that bad. Sorry, ladies. Keep going. I'll tell my prediction when you're done.
No, you can say your prediction. I just said I'm biased, so that's.
This will be my second time seeing Zeta in person and in the ring, and my second time seeing Danny Moe because I saw her in ISPW in New Jersey when I went to the 80s con. But that was like I didn't know she was on the card. There was no poster that said Danny Moe's here or Fasada's here. It was just like I hear music, I hear the announcer say the Neon Ninjas, and I'm like, what? Oh my god! Like that was that kind of thing. So last time I saw Zeta, she got the dub. So I'm gonna go with Zeta Steel because she has a belt in Warriors of Wrestling. So why not add another title to her Wall of Fame?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see how this match goes. It could honestly, it could be a good one, could be a bad one. We really don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm more excited for this next one, which is a 6-man tag team match, and that's with the Power of Pain and Wrecking Ball, and then Sam Adams and Championship Material.
That's a good one. What do you got, ladies?
So I do like Sam Adams, but I hate Championship Material. So by default, sorry, Sam, they're not. No, no way. If you could put like The Rock with Championship Material, I will 100% now be against The Rock. I'm sorry. Done. Just go back and watch our history.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that history. When you guys aren't facing each other, like I am a huge I'm not even a Championship Material fan, and like I'm like a Mr. Ruda fan. Like it's the managers that make the match. It really is. Like it depends on how you guys act. Yes, do I like Sam Adams? Yeah, Ruda, cool. But I'm on your side. I'm going the other way. I'm going to Powers of Pain. I just can't handle these two guys hugging again. Like I can't. I can't do it.
They gotta do their man hugs.
I got the Powers of Pain. Actually, I got a chance to see them again in ISPW. They did a match, and it was my first time I actually saw them live. As a kid, you get a chance to watch them on WWF TV a lot. So as a kid, I saw them wrestle good guys and bad guys, and I'm like, when I saw that on the card, I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna see him in ISPW. And then I was like, when they started revealing things, I was like, I'm gonna see them again. Cool beans. So I am going to. I didn't think they were gonna wrestle until I saw it a few weeks ago. I was like, cool again. So I got the Powers of Pain and in the triple. I got that team, the Team Powers of Pain.
Well, did you see that they're also they just announced that the Patriots going to be there?
Yeah,
so that'll be exciting.
Action.
We'll see. I expect the unexpected every time I come to that show because these cards change, like the back, like.
Oh my goodness! So many times we'll be back there and we're like, "What number are we? Oh, we're this number now. We're this number. Oh, we're next. Oh, okay."
I think what's crazy too is like this new place. Like, there's no intermission. Like, so you're literally going from back to back to back to back to back, and it's like. Mm-hmm. I'm like, can we just like take a breath? Like, Jesus.
I don't know. Like sometimes you'll actually like, if it's like in the middle of a match, I will actually sneak out and get all of our stuff from under the ring and be like, no one can see me. I'm in ninja mode right now. And it's just like this whole haul of like jackets that I have to carry.
I know, like they make you do the dirty work, you know what I mean? Like take up their jacket.
Well, it's also my stuff too. Like I have a leather jacket and I have a leather vest. So that way, if I leave something out there, I just throw something else back on to go back out.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Joe.
No, I'm like, it's like a manager's job is it could be the fun thing because you have all the belts like you do, but then it's like you have to be like the oh my gosh, I'm killing myself with my chuckling. It could be like the broom guy. You're like, you're
Do
like,
not compare me to the broom guy.
no, I mean, there is a wrestler that's the broom guy, the sweeper. He's from Long Island. No, it's like you have to be the guy that carries all. You don't see all you see is a jacket. The jackets. Oh, and there she is. She's carrying all the coats. So many jackets. So many jackets.
Oh gosh, I'm like shocked. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the next card real quick. So then it's sorry. The next one is a tag team match with Clutch Adams and Killian McMurphy versus Alec Odin and Brando Lee. Which I've seen Brando since the first start of PPW. I love how he's like matured and like gotten better in the ring, and like every time I see him he improves. But Killian just he puts on a show when he gets out there, so it's hard. But I think because Alec and I also are really good friends outside of this industry, I think I'm gonna go with Alec Odin and Brando.
I have to 100% agree with that, just because Killian's manager is a little bit gross towards me, always trying to flirt with me at ringside. So, nah, I'm agreeing with you on this one.
This one's a toss up for me. I'm gonna have to like.
Oh, is it?
Yes, because it's my
How
first.
so?
It's my first PPW show because I'm kind of like the kid holding all the trays. I'm like,
and Delilah and I are over here like, this is like our how many PPW show at this point? Like we know.
I've been there, I think, for like 6 years.
Yeah,
wow.
So she knows what's up.
Delilah's gonna come out with a red lipstick and put a V on my cheek. This is his first show, guys. Him. Get Joe. What are you doing? Here, Joe. I got some lipstick for you. Like, what's that? It's his first show. All right, everybody, get a black V on my cheek, like they did for when you go to Rocky Horror Picture Show for the first time. They put the V on your cheek. That's me. I was gonna be like, "Come here, John. I'm not gonna give you an autograph. I'm gonna put a V on your cheek. Here you go. Just take a picture of this."
The scarlet letter. It's just the V. So that's Mr. Toss Up. Why is it a toss up?
It's a toss up because like it only is my first show for PPW. Both teams are like they're both up and comers, both like it's indies. It's hard to say. It's like independent wrestling is so hot these days that both teams, you never know what's going to happen. One team you think is going to be like squash team, and then that team comes in with the win. It's kind of hard to predict these days. It's hard with independent, except for Primal Fear because they're boss.
I think Clutch I don't know. Clutch is like he can be a loose cannon when he wants to be. Because like didn't he like rip the freaking thing down the suitcase down from the ceiling and like rip it
What I thought would have been hilarious if like I forget who was also in that match, if they just picked up the other half of this briefcase and was like, we were both number one contenders, and they just both cashed in at the same time.
But no, I agree. I agree with you, Delilah. I have talked to Killian McMurphy's manager one too many times, and every time I'm like, I leave going, well, I'm like a little creeped out. But yeah, no. So we're gonna, Joe, you're gonna learn. This is your first PPW show. You're gonna learn who the crowd really loves. However, on this next match, I'm not sure how the crowd's going to react because last time we had Action Andretti versus Bro Keller and like the crowd was split. Like it was just split. But now we've got Bro Keller and VSK, which I know VSK is a very fan favorite at PPW, but so is Bro Keller. So this could be a split crowd. However, if I'm going with strictly out of just who I've seen and I vibe with, I would say Bro Keller because just he comes out with a vibe. Like I love VSK. It's just Bro like comes out dancing and does all these like fancy stuff, and so I think I'm going Team Keller here, Team Bro Keller.
I'm also Keller. One of his first matches with PPW was when my dad and my uncle first went to one of the shows, and my uncle was like, "I like the smiley guy," and I had to like go back and watch because I didn't see his entrance. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, Keller." So ever since like then, it's like I just love the entrance and the energy he gives off. So I do have to go with him as well.
And
I
he
just
made
call him
me
the
feel
smiley
so
guy now.
yes, like and like last April when I first came back to wrestling and enjoying it, like I think oh god, I think it was 2021 now that I'm thinking about it. No, or one of those. And I was bro was like the first one that like opened up and was like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm from like Reading, PA. And he's like, no way, I'm like we're like neighbors. I'm from like Lancaster. Like we
I
were
want
like
to see him mad.
I I could not picture him mad at this point. Like I'm sitting here going like, do you ever get like upset? Like what's happening? But no, yeah, so we've got team two bro Kellers. It's the toss-up guy over here that's we're waiting on.
I remember Bro Keller's part of the Ringside crew, so I'm gonna go for it with the Bro Keller because he's awesome. And I've had Bro Keller on the podcast. We've spoken multiple times. Such a great guy. What a good person. His wrestling style is awesome. He's just. What are you waiting for, NXT or AEW? Why have you not even like given this guy like a contract to be like? He was on
He's
AEW, like
he's been on the shows. It's like squash matches, but it's like, come on.
Like like they signed Action, and like that was one that I was very excited to because like Bro and Action were like two of like my top tier guys for a while, and when they signed Action, I was like, well, now we're never gonna see him because now he's all the way up there. But now I'm waiting for more people that I've been seeing for the past how many like a year that I've been there that like I want them to make a move. Like Bro Keller, you know, Adrian and Matt and Gabriel. Like I need these guys to like I love seeing you guys in indies, but like I want to see them do so much more. That's like I know that they're capable of it. And I'm just waiting.
mm, yeah. So it's funny, like with VSK, when I saw him on Long Island last year, last July, he came out singing the Backstreet Boys song, and I'm like, are we gonna have a repeat of this? Is it gonna be like my dad's gonna be my luck? My dad's gonna be the one that he gets up and he has a microphone and he go, no, it's gonna be or me. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, he kind of like interfered. Like he kind of put himself in the match last time. He's like, no, I'm gonna be like in the open challenge. So, I mean, that's what you get. You have to get the loss because you decided to put yourself in the open challenge. I get it, but Sam Adams is already out there. Let him do his thing, you know. Um, the next one we have is oh god, now I need to pause this for a second. It's a 5 versus 5 elimination tag match, and that's Team Andy Header, which has Playboy, Philadelphia Playboy, South Philly's Finest, and someone else that I don't know. And then the other team is Team Crow, and that has Wild Boy, Stevo with Brothers Gray and Raheem Royal. And this one is I like people from both teams, but like on Crow side, not a fan of Crow. Kind of creeps me out how he's short and stocky and like talks like this. But I'm a huge fan of the Brothers Gray, Raheem Royal. But then on the other side, no, we're gonna go with Team Crow because like I'm not really a big fan of South Philly's Finest. Like I get along with them at shows, but like if I'm talking about like young blood coming up, Brothers Gray are doing a great job like in the PPW industry, and Raheem Royal's doing great. So I think I'm just gonna have to go with Team Crow.
I am on the opposite end there. Even though we have defended it many times, when I was a punk rock, Primal Fear against South Phillies, honestly, the deciding factor in this one for me would be Andy. I mean, yes, Adrian did take the title off of Andy, but like outside of wrestling, where we're at now, there's like a cool anime manga stand. We go there together. We check out the bubble tea together. He always has like the cool superhero stuff on. Like me and him just vibe really well together. So he's a really cool, fun, energetic guy. I've never seen him like mad about anything.
Oh yeah,
So
I
like he's just a cool person. So like, yeah, we did take the title off him. Sorry, not sorry, but I would like to see him win this nice at competition at the 100th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's such a nice. He is a nice person. I've seen him at RCW. I've seen him other things, and he always comes with Kelly, the photographer, and her and I get along so well. And I think, yeah, I think this could go either way too. Like, I'm like, listen, like, I don't know a lot of the guys on Team Header except for South Philly's Finest. But like, who knows? Who knows what can happen? Maybe someone will come in and like try to change the match. We don't know.
Maybe the car will change. Who knows?
Yeah, that always happens in wrestling. They should always keep that famous WWE thing, the to be announced, like the like could be changed. Like you said, the card could subject to change.
I
Like
remember one match where it was like just number one contender, and we're just supposed to go one against one person. And then when the card came out, like on Facebook, I'm like, why is there three people? It was supposed to be two. What happened to the number one contender?
oh jeez.
Yeah, like the cars change all the time. Like the one show, I think Tom Mitchell hurt himself like the day before the show, and the card changed. And he was there. I'm like, what did you do? He goes, oh, I was playing basketball. Okay, well, let's not do that before a show. Like, let's try to keep it as as the same as possible. And like with this 100 show, I'm gonna put this out here because it's gonna be on there on you're gonna upload it on Saturday. I am doing backstage interviewing for the first time there at PPW this month. Wow, year, I'm tired. So I'm actually really excited because like this is something new for me that like I think that I'm definitely ready for, and I have a great group of guys that are in the back that are going to be like helping me out. Like I know a lot of the guys, so it's kind of like if I know you, I'm very comfortable talking to you.
You'll basically be telling people just to be quiet, and it's not going to happen, and you're just going to have to be like, okay, it's quiet for 10 seconds. Can I interview you? Can I talk to you?
Loud enough voice. Like that's the sad part. Like I was just at like my cousin's birthday party, and like my aunt was like, "Can you tell the kids that they can finally play with like the water balloons?" And so I got super loud, and she's like, "Dang, you're gonna be a great mom one day." And I was like, yeah, "No, those aren't in the cards yet." But let's see, Joe Panther, what are you thinking?
Wait for the match or just for the 100th show?
The match. We're still on the match.
Okay. Repeat the match again. Grandpa Joe forgot already.
It's a 5v5.
5-on-5. Kids, he was our Friday guest. I'm going with Andy Header. Team Header.
Okay. I forgot that you said Friday guest because I know this is thing. I know you had Crow scheduled, and I don't know what happened there, but we know you had Crow scheduled.
He flew the coop. That's all I'm gonna say. He flew the coop. Very sad about that. If you're watching this, Crow.
And Crow, if you're watching, I'm not that sad about it. Sorry. But next we have Tom Mitchell versus V Marino, and I'm going Tom Mitchell all the way, guys. Tom Mitchell has definitely helped me through just a lot going on in my personal life, and he's helped me with this whole backstage interview thing, and so he's got to give me a lot of tips, and he's just a genuinely nice guy. This is another guy that I want to see so mad because like he's always smiling. Like I can't. So I'm going with Tom Mitchell on this one.
Also, Tom Mitchell. It was just like really neat seeing him like doing backstage to every show. It's like, what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? Or like messing up his suits as a joke backstage when he has like the little flippy sequins.
Yes.
To also now he's in the ring, and it's just like I just watched him grow up.
Yeah, like I told him the other day, I was like, because the last show, I was like, oh yeah, they want me to do interviewing for the 100th show. He's like, yeah, you should like totally do it. And I was like, yeah, but I don't got a blue sequin jacket like you do. Like, he goes, well, maybe I'll bring it. But like, I was totally joking because I was like, I am a small person. Like that'll be like a dress on me. But no, he's the outfits that he would come up with when he was doing interviewing. I'm like, what is happening? But Mr. Joe, what
Yes, ma'am.
Mitchell, or are you going to be
I am going with Tom Mitchell because the man can wear a shiny jacket and look better than everybody else in the room. That boy, Another one. WWE, AEW. Why have you not called Mr. Tom Mitchell yet? Like, he could be either a wrestler, he could be a commentator, and or he could be your ring announcer, because the man could do everything. Like, there's no job Mr. Tom Mitchell cannot do. Like, yeah.
And I'm not saying anything against V, but like, I cannot stand another crop top coming out there. Like, he's always coming out there in crop tops and leggings. Like, I can't do it. And so yeah, no, sorry V, we're not really gonna root for you today. But now we have Facade versus Mantequilla.
Ooh.
I like to call him Tequila.
Yeah, Tequila. Yeah.
And this one it's hard for me because like I've seen them both wrestle, and this should be a good match because they're both high flying, and you never know what's gonna happen there. I think I'm gonna go with Facade. This is a toss up for me, but like right now, my heart lies with Facade and Danny, so I'm going with Facade.
Joe, I actually want to hear what you have to say first before I give my input on this whole thing.
Yes, actually, it's funny, if I don't pick Danny, or if I don't pick Facade, his cartoon pop guy is gonna knock me out, and I'm gonna fly out the Kermit the Frog through my door. Like, I got Facade, even though both guys are like really good. I did research on Tequila, as Sabrina said.
Yeah.
Like, both really, because that's what Sabrina's gonna need a lot of that before the show. Like,
No,
just kidding. Yeah, so I got Facade because like the boy could go, the man could go. He's a really good wrestler. He's like high flying. The man could do anything. Like, he's just like, he's a neon ninja. Come on. So yeah, there we go.
So I first met Facade and Danny. It was like a 3-show 2 days in Washington, D.C. for Cinco de Mayo. And it was just raining the whole time. And we were just like stuck in like this giant cube in this park while it was raining. And so that's how I got to like actually know them and meet them for the first time. And then it was just like neat that they started going to PPW, and it's like, oh, hey, hi again. And like me and Masa like on Pokemon Go. And then Mantequilla, I'm also sort of friends with him like online and stuff, and he's very funny. Like, my one friend sent me like a video of him like dancing. I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. And I had to like prove to my friend I knew him. So he took like a backstage photo like holding his mask up. And my friend's like, oh, you actually know him. So like, in a way, I don't want a winner. I actually would love to see like a third interception, and the Patriot is going to be in an action. So why not have a DQ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
I
was
thinking here.
thinking that way, but like I like your version better. But like, I mean, yeah, I can see that happening. I would love for that to happen. My only question right now though is, Delilah, who do you think Gavin's gonna dress up as this show?
Oh boy.
Because like, there's so many people. Because like, he's dressed up as the Brothers Gray. He's dressed up as Facade. He's like, I mean,
Adrian. He has to dress as Adrian.
He has
Gavin,
to
get on it.
get the wig. Like,
Oh
Get
God,
on
I
it.
can see it now.
I have so much cosplay stuff. I will bring you the wig.
like I just like see him so many times at shows, like all different shows too. It's not just PPW, and like this boy like comes up.
And where are they gonna draw?
Yes,
Even
like,
his dad are always drawing stuff.
right? Like, so who's gonna get it now? I maybe it might actually be the Patriot. Like, we don't know. Like, that's a true question. So Gavin, if you're watching this, don't tell us. We'll see you later.
Yes.
Or just change between every single match.
Yeah,
surprise us.
Kid's gonna need have a U-Haul outside, one of those like travel.
Huge suitcase. Like, his dad literally will have like a huge suitcase with all of his stuff in it, and like Gavin will sometimes go through like 2 or 3 different costumes. And I love this little boy that like for Valentine's Day he asked me to be his Valentine, and like that was the cutest thing for me. So
Oh God, that's
I was like, guys are gonna have their problem with me because they've got some big shoes to fill. Like,
oh jeez.
he could be
Yeah.
anybody. If I had a type, he'd be like, "Okay, who's your favorite wrestler? Got it." Like, he'd change onto that costume. So like,
Perfect date.
you'll get to meet Gavin on Saturday. He's literally like this. Him and his dad are like the sweetest people ever, and like they are just so genuine and so sweet. And like I think genuinely like that's what drew me to PPW is him, and just like a lot of other people just like are very warm, welcoming. Like we're kind of like a family. Like we see each other every month, and we're like, oh hey, like what's up? So yeah, it's like you're gonna be addicted. You're gonna be addicted.
Aw, I'm excited. I'm excited to go to the show. I'm excited to like be able to meet you in person, Sabrina. I can't wait to meet Primal Fear because I promise them I'll bring them stickers. You're getting a sticker too. Don't worry.
Delilah.
Everybody's
Delilah's the one who comes out first before Primal Fear, or sometimes after we, depending on.
So when I talk to people like backstage, like I have to keep out like straight face, and like even like going over matches and stuff, I'm like super bubbly. Like even now I'm bubbly, and like whoever going like if they're new to PPW, like do you remember? Do you remember? I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. So I'm like spacing out somewhere, and but it's like no, she's fine. She remembers, and like it's just like a switch.
I
So
know.
like I'll even like see you, like I'll just be super bubbly, but
Yeah.
like don't expect me to be bubbly like ringside.
Oh yeah, like
I'll do a short interview. I'm like, here's a sticker, and I'll have like a spare sticker in my pocket. You'll just be like, oopsie.
I don't think I've
Aw.
ever seen her rip anything.
I'll pretend. I'll make a fake sticker and be like, oh, here's a sticker. Have have the boys just go, how could you? And just rip a fake sticker in their hand.
She's literally like I just watch her ringside because she's like she uses her hands a lot, which is funny because she's like like she'll use her voice like her facial expressions and her hands just say it all, and it's like sometimes that's all you need. You don't need Killian McMurphy's manager talking to fans. Like we don't need that much interaction. Like just leave us alone in the ring. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I haven't really talked to Delilah outside the ring. Like it's because it's like there's so much going on. But like now that I talked to her, I'm like she's actually really cool. Like that's with the straight face.
So with it being this being my first show, but you two have been with PPW for a while. Like with this being the 100th show, like what is like this is like my closer for you guys. What is like your favorite moment that you've been experienced with or you just seen and been like, damn, that's my memory right there forever.
Oh God.
Like through the whole time
Yeah.
I've been there?
Yeah, since you've been there. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh boy.
Do you want me to go first and then so you can think about it?
Yeah, because there's like a lot of years I'm trying to like think over.
Yeah, mine was when I first got there because like my favorite moment was I haven't seen at that moment I didn't see South Philly's Finest for 10 years because like they've known me since I was 14. So I haven't seen them in 10 plus years and I was going to see them again for the first time and Jimmy walks up to me and like him and I have been on contact in social media like, hey, oh my God, like you've grown up. Whereas Luca was like, you look familiar, but like I'm not putting a face with like I'm not bringing up the memory. So I showed him the picture of me and Jimmy how many years ago, and he was like, "Oh my God, you grew up!" And like so, like that was just such a special reunion for me because like they literally have stuck by my side through a lot, even though I just totally went against them in their match, but they've stuck through my side for a lot of stuff that went on in my personal life. So seeing them again was it was nice.
So I have probably like the one main thing that just sticks out as like a funny moment that I can never get over. Is when we had the boogeyman and we had to take intermission super early because he actually did bring like actual worms and just toss them in the crowd. And I think some people actually left with that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then going back to like I think my first or second year with the company when I was with Punk Rock, who did help me like a lot with managing. We just had this feud back and forth with South Philly, South Philly, South Philly. So I would always hide stuff in my jacket and we would always cheat every time to win. And we actually lost the titles in a TLC, but it was just like every trip we went back and forth, just did every single thing. So even though we lost the titles, it was like my favorite match ultimately because there's just so much going on, and then just everything that went on throughout that whole year just happening in one match. So just like it was just like a whole memory thing, just all the matches in one. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, yeah, it makes perfect sense because like that's like how I am with like CZW instead of PPW. It's like just I have a lot of more history there, but PPW is definitely like it's definitely home. Like I always come back. And even though like, you know, if I'm having a bad day, I'll still put on a face. I'll put on like this most greatest face and people will never know that I'm going through something. But nah, and
it is a nice escape. Like you just forget your life for a few hours and just be someone different and just be like, "Hi, I'm happy."
yes, and working with dementia, like okay, so like I'm a CNA with dementia residents, so working with them, I get so frustrated. So when I come to these shows, my frustration just goes all the way towards the ring. Like I don't care who it is in the ring, I will be like, and if someone's booing them, I'll be like, "You suck!" That like yo, just get any frustration out because like I can't take them out on my residents, obviously. So I'm like, I need to take it out on someone.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's Delilah. You know, we never know.
I'll be like, gosh darn it, girls, you just saw each other on the damn screen.
I'm really like that though. Like if I'm like nice, I'll be nice to them like before and after. But like during, I'm like I can't. I'm sorry guys. Like I can't control what comes out of my mouth. Like I can't do it.
There's sometimes like a family yells something at me, and I'll just say something, and they just look at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I know what I said. It makes absolutely no sense, but I yelled it at you, so just deal with it."
Just smile and nod.
Like I
That's what
think
you
there
should tell
was
them
one
when they will.
show that she had like green hair, but it was like space buns, and everybody in the crowd near me was like saying broccoli, like broccoli head. And I was dying. I think it was a Christmas show. And I was like, who the heck? Oh, okay, I get it. Green hair. Like, but I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. And then I realized, I was like, oh.
So funny thing is, I normally am either green or blue. So once it starts getting more towards Christmas and stuff, that's when I tend to go more towards green. But
Mm-hmm.
then once St. Patrick's Day starts to come around, I'll go back to blue just because I get sick of people asking me if I went green just for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, no, that would get annoying. Like, I had pink in my hair, and people were like, oh, like for breast cancer? I was like, no, just because I like pink, that's all.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for once again taking the co-host seat with me and helping me out with this prediction show. This has been an awesome week for me and dudes at Ringside. Thank you so much to our other guests from the panel. Thank you, and I can't wait to meet you in about an hour because it's gonna be a rocking good time at in Slatington, PA. If you're
Okay.
watching this, the show. What's that, Sabrina?
I had a blonde moment because I said, you'll see her in an hour, and then I realized it's coming out on Saturday.
Yeah. So like, yeah, if you haven't bought the tickets yet, you can still go there. Go on the PPW website and see if there's anything available. Definitely, if you have to can and you want to just go to the show, go to Slatington, PA. Okay, Sabrina, you get. I'm trying to remember the location. It's the Expo Center. Expo, is it
Farmers Market.
the Farmers
Farmers
Market?
Market Expo Center.
Yeah.
Experts.
And then just follow the signs because it's like a maze to try to find where the ring is.
Oh Jesus, that's
Parking
gonna be
lots.
great.
If you don't find parking in the one parking lot, there's parking across the street. Like, there's parking, guys. I promise.
Yes. Well, I'm Joe Panther the Third,
I'm Sabrina.
And I am Delilah.
and we will catch you in the next one. PPW 100 week. Yeah.